Hello, Internet. We're back again with another feature. We're calling this one Powering Through the Movie Mill,
hmm
and I'm really excited for this one, actually. I'm sitting here with none other than Christopher Miller.
Hello there, and may the fourth be with you.
Oh, geez,
We're
you
starting.
went
We're
there.
starting that early. It's
We're
gonna
start
be.
we're starting it
I'm
early.
gonna say it at least 100 times.
For those who don't know, it is Star Wars Day or May the 4th,
Yeah.
so everything is all Star Wars. It's pretty everywhere. I quite literally even have been getting mail in our mailbox that says things like, head on to the bar for May the 4th burlesque. May the 4th, Andrew was even saying today that at some meeting they're doing celebrations for it with like Bothan meatballs. That's what's for lunch. And you're like, when did, listen, lots of people like
Dude,
Star Wars, I guess.
there's a strip club like not far from my hometown that's having a Star Wars themed day. Like,
Okay, then.
does that not say it all?
That's like basically the cosplay strip club, which is probably all over the place now.
Yeah.
It's a weird world we live in.
hmm
So Chris and I are going to be doing movie commentary. That's what this feature is for those who don't know. And I'll just let Chris explain a little bit about kind of how this feature came about. Because, I've seen a lot of movies myself, and I know that you only just recently got into movies, right, Chris, a couple of years back, and you've kind of been catching yourself up. So why don't you kind of explain what this feature is about?
Yeah. I mean, I'm on a review site called Letterboxd, and it was a few years ago. Well, really, it was last year actually, where I started watching movies. I previously I didn't really enjoy them that much. I just don't have the patience for them sometimes. But I kind of started, with a roommate of mine, challenging myself to, to watch some of the classics and movies I've wanted to see, and maybe movies I just haven't seen in a while. And so I did a thing called watching 100 movies in a year, and I had my own list. So I had some movies to pick and choose from. I didn't finish it. I kind of got too busy for it, but I'm kind of starting another one here. It's going to be only in 8 months, so it's actually going to be trickier. But with that being said, I discussed with Ryan and the rest of the group. I'm going to be doing this anyway. Why don't we incorporate it as a feature? We can go through some of the movies on the list. And just happens these two Star Wars movies that we'll be watching today were actually on the list as well. So I've seen the first six. I have not seen Force Awakens or Rogue One. So that's two of the movies on my list. So we figured we'd go through them today.
And yeah, for those who don't know, Chris's 50 movie list will probably
100.
not watch all, or sorry, it's 100. We probably won't watch all of them with this feature. A bunch he'll watch on his own. We're kind of going to pick and choose based on what seems fitting. And if you do listen to this feature and you like it and you want us to watch a movie for this feature, it's like, oh, provide commentary on such. Even if it's not on the list, if it's something maybe we're interested in covering, we're certainly open to doing that.
I'll
The
provide my
usual
list.
plan.
I can provide
Yeah,
the list in the description too if people are curious.
the usual plan, by the way, for this will be to do one every week. So we'll be releasing one a week. We might not actually film or record one every week. We might do some in advance based on time's availability, but we'll only be releasing one every week. Except for this week, because as Chris mentioned, today is
May the
May the
4th.
4th,
Yes.
Star Wars Day. So we figured he's got the two Star Wars movies on his list that he hadn't seen. And, I'm a Star Wars fan myself. I'd seen Rogue One once. I'm looking forward to watching it a second time. I've seen The Force Awakens twice in theaters, and I did not watch Rogue One in theaters. I decided not to attend that one in theaters. I wanted to wait and just watch it at home. Otherwise, I'm kind of deep into Star Wars, sort of. I haven't seen all of Clone Wars. I've seen 5 of the 6 seasons. Season 6 was cut short, and that's when the series was kind of shelved.
You're a
And
prequel defender, aren't you?
Oh, shit, we're not going to get there, are we? I'm not a prequel defender per se. I think that there are elements of the prequels that people
I would
really undervalue and underestimate.
I would agree with that.
The prequels, I
I
think
actually
people,
like 3 a lot. So
yeah, and I'm one of the type of people. I mean, since we're going to get into it, we're watching Star Wars, and this is about movies. We're movie commentary type people. I think that there are, with a few tweaks and changes, episode 1, 2, and 3 could be the best in the series. 2 less so because there is more problems with it. But I mean, other than the quote unquote comedy cash-in character, Jar Jar Binks, and a lot of badly conceived weird child scenes, there's a lot to like in episode 1.
I was gonna say, I assume the way to change 1 is just have Ewan McGregor, Liam Neeson, and Darth Maul all on the same screen at once, right? Just for the whole movie. Just for the whole movie.
No, I'm of the okay. I mean, I'm of the believer that people really think that, oh, it's that movie's a problem because of it's all kid friendly, and I'm sitting there like, but is it kid friendly? I mean, he made it kid friendly, but read the plot. Like, don't watch the movie. Put that in a book. It's dark. It instantly implied dark. Like Qui-Gon goes to Tatooine to save a slave child, right? Mm-hmm. The impression you get when you first hear that is, well, this kid's getting beat. It's Star Wars is very dramatic usually, right? So you're assuming that this kid is abused and damaged and tortured, aka a reason for the whole Anakin character to actually be so angry. But his life as a slave is like, oh, I get to be fun pod racer and cool mechanic. Like, that's not a slave. Like, come on, that's basically, it is because he didn't quote unquote have freedom, but it's a PG version of that. It's a WWE modern version of that, and that's not like that's. The whole Anakin subplot would have been taken way more seriously if they approached it dark like that from the beginning. Everyone then would have went, I get why this guy's not happy. He's freaking. I was
gonna say, do you think the first 3 would be better if 4, 5, 6 didn't come out before them?
No.
No.
Maybe, like better received.
I just feel like people kind of shit on them because they really weren't necessarily in the same tone of 4, 5, and 6.
The irony is that they exactly were, though. That's the thing.
No, I agree, but they are not perceived in that kind of way.
Yeah,
I think like for a lot of people, that's a lot of the big issue is that 2 is just like practically a romance for half of it.
A bad romance. That's a big. I mean, that's part of the problem is that the
that
chemistry between the actor and actress was bad, but the writing in those romance scenes were bad. But there, like I said, there are elements to the first 3 movies that are great. I think no one will shit talk adventuring Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor. Like, that is obviously a fantastic casting.
I legitimately liked
every time he was on screen, he was fun. 3 has his like, I liked it too.
It was the best Hayden Christensen was of the 2 movies, and Ewan McGregor's great. For me, it was actually
of the movies,
like pretty good.
Yeah, you got to see the turn.
Controversial opinion. I think 3 is on par with 4 and 6. For me,
I mean, we could get deep into this, but I'm of the opinion that 4 is highly overrated, one of the most overrated films of all time. And I think that 5 is the best in the series, not counting Extended Universe, because the moment you count Extended Universe, spoiler alert, not spoiler alert, I believe Rogue One is the best produced Star Wars movie from start to finish. I think Clone Wars animated series is still better, especially after you get after season 1, like you do with most shows. Clone Wars has so many good episodes. Oh, Clone Wars justifies Darth Maul in a way that's so good too. Oh man, Clone Wars is so good. Just if you haven't seen Clone Wars, for the people who listen, I'm gonna just sell it to you in one fact. Do you guys remember General Grievous from he was briefly in episode 3? He's a robot dude that holds 4 lightsabers. So not only does Clone Wars give him a legitimate backstory where he was this ancient human warrior beforehand, and he believes in human enhancements, and he put himself in general command of the Separatist army because he wanted to kill Jedi, because Jedi were supposed to be the most legendary warriors of all time. They present it like because the Jedi boldly put themselves out there, no longer as peacekeepers in the setting, right? That the world reacted to that. Not only did ancient other very proud warrior races think that's a challenge, this is a sign that, oh, you want to put yourself in battle. People in Coruscant also like hated it because the Jedi lost this "we're just defenders" gimmick, and they started to look like people that were trying to push and take over because they're basically wizards, right? They could do it, right? Like if they really wanted to, and that's kind of they highlight a lot of that. Anyway, there is a scene in which Grievous and his Separatist droid army go, and Dooku to an extent, Count Dooku, go against an entire planet that's filled with witch ladies. That's also the same planet where Darth Maul came from. And it's basically a necromanced army that she raises from the dead. So it is a droid army on massive scale on a planet against a fucking undead army of witches. And they just let it play out like a giant battle for like a whole episode. And you're like, okay, this is Star Wars, I guess. I don't know. And like, I don't know. It just goes some awesome directions.
That's pretty cool.
It goes some fucking awesome directions. Oh,
I
Darth Maul
might
has a
have to
brother.
watch this.
Oh, you have to watch it. It's so good. They redeem. Oh, they do so many good things. They do so many good things. Anyway, you get to see the making of Boba Fett as a kid. Oh, they do just yeah. That's the thing. But I can't really criticize the other stuff because part of the reason Clone Wars is so good, and this happens with anything. TV series have more time to do things with characters. They just do. There's more episodes. There's more. You know what I mean? You can experiment more because an experiment isn't a movie. It's a 20-minute episode, right? It's like whatever. We experimented with an episode. Like you can't really do that in a movie when if you do experiment and it's bad, the fans like instantly turn. Anyway, so that's this feature, guys. So we're here to start watching Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. Are we ready to go? Oh, sorry. Of course, that's not it. I have to. Yes. So we're watching this right now on Blu-ray. We both purchased Blu-rays to watch this. But if you wanted to watch it legitimately on the internet, there's ways. And if you look in our video description, you'll see links to services and sites that will allow you to rent or watch this, rent or own this. So just check any one of those services out, and yeah.
But if you think you're gonna like the movie and you want to check it out, you can go to a lot of different places and get them pretty cheap. I know, like if anyone lives in Ontario, Chumley's is great for that. Because like I picked it up at Chumley's I picked up Force Awakens at Chumley's for about $7. So
everything's on sale at the Chumley's.
It's all used, but like they guarantee the disc quality. So I went there, and then Best Buy is where I work for the other one, so it was nice and cheap for me. But
that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. And I think with that, we are ready to go.
So we're starting it, I believe, kind of as you can start to see Lucasfilm
Limited, the logo, yeah.
As you can start to make it all out.
Just as you can make it all out, yeah. And we're going to do a countdown before we start, so everyone can try to sync up, which is something we do in our actual podcast videos now that we show so many YouTube videos and react to that stuff.
Yep.
Because, that's what we are. We're commentary and reaction here. All right, let's do this. So I'll count us down in 3, 2, 1, play. 5.
Lucasfilm.
Yep. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I was curious. Nope.
What? Where's the text crawl, Chris?
I was just about to say that. Also, that was really loud for me. I had to adjust the volume there. Because I have it playing in my CD tray here.
Oh, I'll say it. This movie's good. I'll say it right now. I hope you like faster movies, though, because this doesn't pine a long time.
No, I hate fast movies.
If you were interested in seeing a lot of unique, different planets in the Star Wars universe,
I'm more into the slow burn, Ryan. The slow burn is the way to go. I'm kidding. I love fast movies.
I have a feeling, like me, you're going to think this is a good movie. We'll see, though.
I mean, it's likely.
Oh. I mean, I know you like this actor coming up, too, so... Which reminds me, you haven't seen Doctor Strange. This actor is in that, and that is a movie we should definitely do with this feature.
Is this the actor?
Coming up,
yes. The little running girl?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, man. I did not know he was in this.
There's so many good actors in this.
That. Oh, if anyone has not seen The Hunt, go watch that movie. It's amazing. And also kills me to watch. It's also in Swedish, by the way, so... But
this is your main character, by the way, the daughter.
Oh, I was hoping...
Grown up she is. He features pretty decently.
I haven't seen a trailer for this, by the way, at all.
Okay. Oh, Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, okay.
Also, the character Forrest Whitaker plays is in the Clone Wars animated series. Forrest Whitaker doesn't voice him. He's a kid. He helped set up a rebellion. Connections.
That's pretty sweet.
Oh, that ship's cool.
I was going to say, that's like a Destiny-looking ship there. The Hive have landed.
Yep.
He's such an underrated actor.
He's good.
He's one of my favorite
He was
villains for Bond.
oh yeah, that villain, that
Oh,
role in Bond in Casino Royale was so good. That is the best Bond movie. I'm a
for me it
GoldenEye
is.
supporter and a
Yeah,
Brosnan supporter, but Casino Royale is the best Bond movie. GoldenEye second for sure, but
but Ryan, what about Skyfall?
listen, The Dark Knight 2 is a good movie. The Dark Knight Bond, which the director even admitted was The Dark Knight. I get it. Nolan's The Dark Knight was a great movie. I can understand why people were inspired by it, myself included.
So this is her. You said she's the main character, so she's
The daughter is.
okay. Okay, gotcha.
Typical. We're not going to see.
Starting way back, so Mads Mikkelsen really
Yeah.
isn't in this movie.
Yes. Also, this actor coming up here was in The Dark Knight Rises. Briefly. Bane intimidates him. He's an underrated actor too. No. He's like John Taggart, I believe, in The Dark Knight Rises, like the business guy that they intimidate.
Oh, okay.
Those are elite squadrons, by the way. I believe they call them elite stormtrooper squadrons. Hopefully not incompetent ones like Episode 4, 5, and 6 is stormtroopers. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. But stormtroopers are the best part, man.
So this current period is set after Episode 3, where we're currently visiting.
Yeah.
But well before Episode 4. This is before the Death Star was even built. The reason this is relevant is because Mads Mikkelsen might play a role, spoiler, in the building of the Death Star.
Oh, we shouldn't be spoiling this for people, Ryan.
Yeah, I know.
Me, whatever, but
Everyone knew what that was before it came out.
so basically they're like, well, we want to scratch the good ones for the shitty stormtroopers because they're cooler looking. Right? I mean,
Essentially, yeah, essentially. Listen, Star Wars has a lot. Star Wars has a lot of cool factor. I'm trying to. Yes. Wait. Okay. I'm trying to remember this movie, and then I'm remembering. Yes, they can aim. I'll tell you right now. This is not a. I was telling. We'll just let you see. Not in this exact scene, but in general, there's a, let's say, a Saving Private Ryan aspect without the heroism.
Oh man.
So I'm trying to remember if this movie does the thing where it tells you the planet names when they fly up to them. I think it does because it ends up traveling to so many.
Oh well, that's a nice contraption.
Yes, that is a good hiding hole. Stormtrooper doll. This would have been the era too when they are also, they would have been just coming off of being clone troopers technically.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, they try to state something that like the clone troopers juice, like the juice of cloning Boba Fett's dad, Jango Fett, eventually starts to, like the quality of it goes down or something. I don't know. Which is why they were so good in Episode 1, 2, and 3, and so shit in Episode 1. Speaking of clone troopers, by the way, Clone Wars does a great job of humanizing a lot of the clone troopers. You get names, characters, relationships with some of them. It's pretty good. They present a good military approach.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, no, I've considered watching Clone Wars for a while. I don't really know why I haven't. I mean, as I said to you, I'm not as much into the Star Wars lore as some people are, but with that being said,
I just started rewatching it, and I'm only like 7 episodes in. I'd gladly go back and watch it with you. Hello, Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker. My child.
Do we?
Classic Star Wars scene.
Indeed. No text crawl.
Man, Mads Mikkelsen, though.
Literally the first Star Wars movie to not include any sort of text or text crawl.
Really?
Clone Wars includes a quote before every episode.
Does Force Awakens, then, I assume?
Yeah, of course it does, yeah. Okay. It's a traditional one. That's what they wanted to try to specialize. So this is daughter all grown up, obviously.
And that's Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, he...
Looking very much like himself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I hope you like.
That's like one of those
weird alien races
masks,
not explained, because there's a lot of weird alien races just in scenery here, which is cool, right? It's like, I like it when it's like, hey, this is a universe. She is in jail.
She's doing hard time. I was gonna say something. Oh, I like that. I like that they do that. That's cool.
What are we in? Fucking some crazy space movie?
Are we watching Guardians too? Which, by the way, I really want to see.
I'll be seeing that in about a week.
I'm gonna wait about maybe a week just so it's not too busy when I go.
You know, I was saying on a cast, or maybe I haven't said it yet, but one of the things that I always really dig about Star Wars is how it feels really old, like lived in. Like, look at the scenery they're in, like junk rooms, like even, I don't know. Like, there are obviously examples of bigger cities, or pristine cities, but yeah.
I've always liked the scenery. I think that's one thing they've always nailed really well.
What they really nailed that it feels like it is in the past, right? Like they're wearing the type of clothes and the settings, and even though they have future tech, it's certainly not Star Trek. Like the scenery is clearly different. Galen Erso is, I believe, the name of the main character. Oh no, Jyn Erso is the name of the main character. Galen Erso is her dad. Matt Mikkelsen.
I mean, that was rude. What did they do to you?
They just were looking for some scan docs.
They were doing their job, and you shoot them. You did something they can't do, and that's hit the target, and that's just really a shame.
That's true.
This is how worried they are about stormtroopers. While they're running toward... Oh.
Did I forget to mention that this is a murder movie? Oh, yeah.
I did not expect that.
This is... I'm going to say there's a body count to this movie that's pretty big. New planet.
I like how they...
Oh, yeah. So for those who don't know, and anyone who hopefully is watching this should, Jedha is a place where the last Jedi temple was. And still is, as of this right now recording. Non-spoiler, hopefully. But it is essentially a Jedi home planet, one of them. I believe that is the planet you actually start on when you play the Old Republic, Jedha. One of the oldest Jedi temples and stuff. I should say, too, I mentioned to you that Jyn is one of the main characters, or a main character. There's multiple again, it's a fast movie with lots of characters. Saw Gerrera is Forrest Whitaker's character.
That guy's hair looks like the other guy's beard. It's like the treachery.
Oh, so many great camera shots. Like,
Oh,
look at this.
Obi-Wan.
Oh, Wobani. So we just hit another planet, by the way, if you haven't. Yeah.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
love this planet jumping. It's something I've always, like I said, I've enjoyed the scenery and stuff like that. So, planet jumping, I'm all for.
Again,
Oh,
it makes the
it's
universe,
Mads again.
it makes the size of the universe actually feel there, you know?
Michael Rooker double.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. There might have been a known actor. In Force Awakens, I know that there is. A bunch of known actors do cameos underneath Stormtrooper hats, and you don't really know unless you... So this is the Rebels, or an early incarnation of the Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, this is actually the Rebellion at this point. Chokeslam.
That was pretty great.
Yavin 4, Rebel Base. Like even this, like you didn't really see much of Yavin 4 in the original 4, 5, and 6 because spoilers, it gets blown up.
Man, you are awful for spoilers.
Also, that's why they go to Hoth, remember?
And murderer.
Hey, they're rebels. Remember,
That's true.
that doesn't mean they're good guys.
That's true.
They're dealing against an empire. They do whatever they can. The Clone Wars episodes that feature that character, by the way, Saw Gerrera or Forrest Whitaker, are really good. It involves the Jedi training a group of rebellions that are being attacked. And Gerrera is one of them, him and his sister. Lead them. You might have heard of this weapon.
I don't think it's going to be called the Death Star, though.
It's featured in about 2 movies later. Anyway. If there's anything that people complain about Star Wars, there is a lot of giant weapon destroying things. But I mean, its use in this, obviously, it's setting up Episode 4, so of course, right? Like, Also, for anyone who remembers Episode 1, 2, and 3, that is Senator Bail Organa, aka the person who adopts Leia. he was actually that actor was in episode 1, 2, and 3.
Hmm.
He was hanging out with Natalie Portman all the time.
Oh yeah, okay.
He was her senator.
I try to forget
eventually.
too. So
Yeah, well, he's pivotal at the end of 3 because Obi-Wan takes
yeah,
Luke and he takes Leia.
yes, that's right.
You know, Easter eggs. I liked Senator Bailgron. I thought he was a good character. So he's featured in Clone Wars pretty. And they do some political episodes to get actual mileage out of the fact that there's a whole galactic senate. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like it's West Wing style. Like they're doing like votes and how the manipulation plays into that. It's actually kind of interesting. I forgot how great K2 is. Great. Shit, these Black Ops types.
You ever watch Top
They
Gear,
don't-
Ryan?
The show,
Mhm.
like the car show. No, I have not.
The guy there with the mustache.
The British guy who.
The guy,
Oh, okay.
The guy who killed a guy.
Jin.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Cassian Ondo.
Yeah.
Jin is the name of the female.
Him right there. He reminds me of Richard Hammond, who you won't know, but I'll show you a picture and you'll see what I mean.
Okay, yeah, you can show me after.
Yeah. But he reminds me, he looks a lot like him.
I think I've seen a few episodes of Top Gear, to be honest. Oh, this droid.
I take it the droid's the comic relief.
Yeah, there's a few other comic relief characters you have yet to meet. Like, see, he's getting in his plane and putting on earphones. Nobody does that in Star Trek or his ship. Nobody. You just sit down at your luxurious seat. Like, yeah, I keep hammering it home, but I think people know what I mean. There is, like I said, it implies to me that these cultures found space travel very early in their existence.
Yeah.
Like when we were like Romans, that's what I like to use, or somewhere like medieval even, right?
Who is
This will be your boy.
it's my boy? My boy Hayden
You've seen him
Christensen?
already. Yeah,
Yeah?
that's him. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool bounty hunter looking dude.
That's my boy right there.
Saw Gerrera, Forrest Whitaker.
No, that guy.
Oh, weird hair.
Yeah.
Oh, this slow reveal. Oh,
Oh, it's pretty
that's
cool.
like it's a classic shot. They did it in the episode 4, 5, and 6 too, but it's such a good shot. Oh, so this is the interesting thing about this movie, if you haven't noticed or guessed. This guy was in episode 4, if you remember.
Oh yeah.
But I'll see if you can tell. He's dead. This is not him. This is a robot. This is CGI.
Oh, okay.
Can you tell? Sort of. Now that I mentioned it, can you?
Uh, no.
Andrew and I could a couple shots when we watched. The eyes. Yeah, he's with Vader interrogating Leia on the original Death Star in episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'll say they used that CGI trick a couple more times. We'll see if you can spot it in the future.
I mean, I still can't spot it, so
You don't think that right there, the guy on screen in the mirror. Okay.
I can't tell. I mean, unless you had told me.
Interesting.
I mean, you can see his reflection.
Flashback, obviously, or dream. Don't know. Another good camera shot. Oh, the good camera shots are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a fan of wide vistas, I guess, that help set scale and setting, I am. As a self-obsessed Nolan fan, that is one of his classic shots. Traditional films do it all the time, too. Like this one.
Yeah.
And it's still a Star Wars soundtrack. I think it does a good job of being Star Wars without sounding completely like retreads on the previous movies' music.
Yeah, like I'm digging it so far. I think it's been pretty.
And that
solid.
is that temple there that you are seeing. That is the Jedi Temple.
Okay.
Kyber crystals are the crystals used to form lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also the fuel for the Death Star. Again, it's lore heavy. It kind of just drops stuff and hopes you know. But those are just Easter eggs for people. Like, really, you don't really need to know it that well to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's cool. It's good to know.
Fuck her bag. Ugh. I forgot about this scene. See, I don't know how he gets the truth. I'm trying to remember now. I have only seen this once. I'm trying to remember how he gets. How would he get the truth out of the creature? Right?
Yeah,
Does the
I'm not
creature
sure.
communicate? Anyway. Oh, there's another Easter egg.
Yeah.
Those
Mhm.
two characters are obviously in Mos Eisley's in episode 4.
I was gonna say I recognize him
Luke,
from some.
Obi-Wan chops one of their arms off, I believe, because they get into a fight with Luke over nothing. I didn't catch that Easter egg the first time. Hope. What even is hope? Oh, right. Yes, yes. Because he can predict the future or
Hmm.
something.
You ever done one of those fortune like palm readings or stuff like that?
Never. No, I don't think I ever would.
Yeah. I know my girlfriend got it done, but her aunt is into that kind of stuff. Well, she does that stuff, I should say.
I see. I don't know. That stuff all seems fake to me.
I mean, I think a certain element with some is certainly trickery.
Showmanship.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a cool tank thing. Oh, yeah. That's my boy, by the way.
Is that your boy?
Yeah. I wish I could tell you his name. I don't know if he gets one. He might.
Oh,
Midget boy. You know, I've always felt that this series is really good at like crazy epic scale war.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, that was cool, sweet.
is that a Wilhelm scream? Might have been. I don't know. Oh, oh. I mean, we could probably be counting bodies at this point, but it'd be pretty hard to try to keep count.
I think we're at 37 right now.
Sure, it might be more once the grenades start flying. There's kyber crystals.
Yep. They still suck at hitting people.
Hey, those are the white ones, not the black ones. The commando troops, they know what they're doing, or the elite squadron.
No. Oh.
Indeed. uh, okay, too. Oh, hello. Like Splinter Son, he only needs stick. I like this dude.
Man, they're hitting the target.
Yep. Oh. Later, bitch. There you go. Now you've basically been introduced to your cast of characters.
Cool.
Also, yes, I don't know if that dude's a Jedi or not. I can't tell.
Which one, the blind guy?
Yeah.
I mean, he
As
says,
in-
he says he's one with the Force.
Yes, but he doesn't have a lightsaber. Saw Gerrera and his rebels. Uh, are you kidding him? He is blind.
Did this do better than Force Awakens for, like, numbers?
Box? I don't think so, no.
No.
We can look at it after the movie.
I was just
We'll
curious.
look at each maybe, just see how they did as we talk about them after a little bit. We won't do a full-on review, but we can have a brief little conversation about
Did you
your
want
thoughts.
to? Do you want to separate the videos, or are we gonna do?
Yeah, obviously we'll separate the videos. Oh. Yeah, because for those listening, we are obviously recording these in a row today, because today is May the 4th. May the 4th. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, prison. I don't even know what they're playing. I'm not deep enough into the lore to know that. Someone does. Some game.
If you are deep enough in the lore, please let us know.
Indeed. All I know is there's a bunch of cool aliens. Like, I'm not even deep enough that I could name drop races. There are some people who would. And that little dude is awesome. That's all I know. Like, he messed some bitches up, I think. See, there's no like, I wonder why they put subtitles up sometimes, but not others. You know?
Yeah. No, that kind of bothers me sometimes. I've seen other
Like, I get
movies
it.
like that
Maybe
too.
they're trying to intentionally make it like, this is just a offensive gesture or something.
Mm-hmm.
Today, of all days. It's a trop? Is it a phone? Oh, the movie paused for me. Oh my goodness. Where are
Uh-oh.
you?
Uh-oh. I am at 41:16.
Okay, pause there.
But, I mean, that's not really going to be helpful since we're watching a Blu-ray.
No, our Blu-ray should be the exact same length.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Okay, 41:16 you said?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's count it down. 3, 2, 1, 17, 18,
Yep.
19.
Apologies to anyone who was watching
Yep,
that.
sorry about that. I was actually just responding to a work email. I am at my home office while we record this, so. She wants nothing to do with this rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you stand, Chris? Pro-Imperial, pro-Rebel? Or do you think the issue's just so clouded?
In case anyone is following along with a different source, they just cut to space. Now they're switching camera shots again there. Just in case
Oh, right,
anyone
correct.
was
Yes, for their times. Yes, other people's times. Yes. Krennic is just talking to uh, whose character name escapes me now.
The hologram.
Yeah. The Holy City.
Fire.
Oh, look. That plot guy?
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Wait. I didn't realize he said that. All right. I guess his brain would have been. I swear I've seen this before. I'm still reacting to. It's like I said, I only saw it once. He brought the message.
Mm-hmm.
So this part is, yeah. I'm not going to say it's super cool, but let's just say we've always seen what happens when the Death Star destroys a planet from afar.
Man, you're spoiling. Just constant spoilers.
Yeah.
I apologize to everyone if you've never seen this and he's spoiling it for you.
Yeah, because they're going to not see it and listen to our commentary first. You know what? That could be a user, and if that's you, you take Star Wars too seriously.
No, don't say that. Maybe
I like Star Wars.
People
I
just
like Star
have
Wars.
a love for us. With
Yeah,
our
that's it.
50 views a week, probably 40 of them coming from us.
Boom. Boom. Oh, okay. Dramatic scene. This is the message the pilot carried, by the way. If you are not caught up.
Mm-hmm.
Despite his limited appearances in this movie, Matt Mikkelsen had to go through multiple different facial hair changes and hair changes. That's probably a pain in the ass to record.
Have you seen The Hunt, Ryan?
I have not seen The Hunt
Man,
yet.
you got to see that movie.
I want to.
If you don't mind watching a Swedish film with English subtitles.
Never, usually.
I heard some English, but not much.
Oh, yeah, so this is actually important.
Mm-hmm.
So he said he placed a weakness. He designed the Death Star, but he placed a weakness that's so small of a flaw, but it could be exploited. So if you remember, one of the critical things about the critique of the original Star Wars movie was, why is it so easy for them to destroy the Death Star, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you remember correctly, they go into a tube shaft and shoot a very exposed thing that can blow the whole thing up. And the argument was, why is that flaw a thing? Well, it turns out it was intentional. So they tried to, obviously they did this after the fact, covering their tracks with trying to say that it's, yeah, that's what he's saying. Anyway, sorry. I'll let him say it. So, Chris,
Mm-hmm.
I will say, since you are now getting caught up in the plot, everyone kind of knew going into this movie that it was a story about the people who recover the Death Star plans, let's say, for episode, because at episode 4, they get the Death Star, these Death Star plans, obviously. You kind of come in, if you're familiar with the lore at all, and you've seen episode 4, so knowing, a degree of maybe not what's going to happen exactly, but you know, this is about the Death Star plans. This is such a good shot too, or such a good idea for a shot. You played Uncharted, right?
I played the first one.
Yeah, so it's a very Uncharted like excuse for a crazy action adventure scene. You know, what
Hmm.
happens if a planet gets destroyed? What happens to the people on on the planet, right? Anyway, I'll let the scene share sell itself now. Oh, you must.
I thought you just said save your emojis. And I was like,
Nope.
uh,
Save your emojis.
uh.
Save the dream. So up until now, obviously they hadn't tested a Death Star, and no one really knew if it was real and what it could do, and they rumors of its perceived power, but could it actually do it? So yeah, let's just say this is a proof of concept. Up until now in the universe, obviously. I mean, obviously we know. For longtime viewers of the series, they would know that the Death Star does work. Reminded me of the Mummy when I first saw these scenes, like the sandstorm. Have you seen the Mummy, the original, Brendan Fraser, or not the
Hmm.
original, but the first one with Brendan Fraser? Yeah, like the scene of the sandstorm coming after them and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw the Mummy, so
Ah,
something about
goodbye, Forrest
Brendan
Whitaker.
Fraser in a movie just doesn't turn my
The
crank.
Mummy was okay. It had its charms.
Well, I never saw it, so I wouldn't know. But
It was okay. I'm saying it's okay. And with that, we lose a planet.
well, that's just sad. What a waste of
Well,
a perfectly
there,
good planet.
yeah, Jeddah is destroyed, or there is a giant hole in it. It is about to be destroyed. Yeah, they put a hole through it. See, I don't know. You can't really tell. It's tough. I honestly thought it wasn't a bit really telling, but there are moments. There are moments where it does look really good, though. It does look good either way, I think, but it's a weird thing. The CGI thing I'm talking about, obviously. Did I lose you, or are you still there?
No, I'm still there. I'm just
Okay, sorry.
yeah, I can't tell.
Edu. Oh,
Hmm.
Krennic is figuring it out. No more Jeddah. have a feeling that Jin will not like this plan to kill
No,
her father.
I mean, she might. You never know, man.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if she knows. If he can remember. Have you heard of it? That's what they call it.
Man, what's a Death Star?
I don't know. I've never heard of it before.
Sounds cool.
Now that I think about it, how many movies has the Death Star featured in? I mean, it's basically a cast member at this point. It was in Episode 3 at the end, the construction of it. It's in this. It was in Episode 4. I don't think it was in Episode 5, was it? No. Oh no, at the end of Episode 5, they show them building another new one, and then that's being used in Episode 6. Yeah. And then... Never mind, you haven't seen it.
Nope.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, I get the menace of it. A planet-destroying semi-moon is pretty... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's the big MacGuffin, if you will, as people like to say. We must stop big, deadly destruction. Oh. So what are you thinking so far?
It's good. Good so far, yeah. I kind of don't usually judge movies till...
No. I'm not looking for that. I just thoughts in
I
general,
know.
not overall.
It's been good so far.
I meant specifics.
They're setting
That's
it
okay.
up, and I mean, obviously you get to see the Death Star, or the Death Star do its damage, which is cool.
Oh. Whoa. And we are on another new planet. Planet hopping continues. Oh. You guys are okay. You landed. That's all that matters. Or what did Obi-Wan say in Episode 3? Another happy landing.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's on brand, right? For the day. Just such a good mix of color palette. Star Wars does this often, but like this movie does it specifically. We were in like such brighter, lighter settings before. Now we got like dark and rain. Like I don't know. They do a good mix of varied colors. so that you're not just seeing the same faded color again and again and again.
Hmm.
Do-no-no, do-no-no. Yo.
Uh-oh.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, some people have a hard time following movies with with fast cuts. That's just an example of a fast cut that I was just thinking about.
Yeah.
Do you normally struggle with that? No?
No, I mean, you have to be paying attention. I think it's the key.
Yeah. Like I said, as a Nolan fan
It's not good
myself,
for
like he's
multitasking.
kind of guilty. He's kind of guilty for that. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely not great for.
And admittedly, I was
Oh yeah, it happens.
typing a thing for the D&D stuff tonight. And,
I'm excited. We're Pajod questing
well, I
tonight.
got my new name. So, you'll love
We'll
it,
leave
Ryan.
we'll leave the audience wondering what that name
Yeah, you'll
is.
love it, though.
I don't know. I like these two for some reason. They're just this laid back. They're kind of just like they're like an old married couple, even though they're not married. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
there's just this vibe that they've been doing it a while. About the two Asian guys, the older guys.
Mhm.
Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Ever climbed on a ladder like that?
I'm not a ladder guy or a heights guy, so no.
I have. I've had to on a couple things on rigs or outworking. Sorry, I guess I should say like outworking up north in Alberta. It's a weird. Like initially, it looks like it'd kind of be scary because it's like all
Mhm.
that's hanging on to me is these little metal bars, but at the same time, it's not too bad. Usually they're grafted to the support, so it's like, oh, okay, this actually can support my weight pretty good. See, okay, I'm trying to remember. Here's what I don't get. Why would the rebellion's goal still be to kill Papa Urso there, Hans Mikkelsen, or
Hmm.
Mads Mikkelsen, sorry. Like now that they've confirmed that the weapon works, what does killing the creator do, right?
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there wondering why does he still want to shoot? Shouldn't he have been able to hear that? Right, you can't hear that from there. A later Stormtrooper.
Man, they're so strong though.
They are. They're the best. I mean, listen, the Putty Patrol. That's essentially what they are. Power Rangers. Bomb strike coming. Is that line used somewhere? I'm trying to remember now. You'll never win. Is that probably right? It has to have been used in a previous movie somewhere. Time for the body count to keep going up.
Uh-oh. No, not Mads.
You mads, bro? Oh, sorry. I should.
Oh boy.
The inner Kyle in me was speaking there.
Oh boy.
Kaboom. Oh, music's picking up good. As Star Wars as a lot of the soundtrack is, there's also I feel like a Zimmer-ness to it
Yeah, I see
at
it.
times. Good shot, blind man. See, like they try to hint that he has not. I don't know. I guess he's connected to. He's a mediocre, moderate force user, I suppose you could say, right? I don't know.
I mean, he definitely
certainly-
has some force using capabilities.
He doesn't. He's not like shooting lightning or anything crazy though.
He's basically Yoda.
No, no, no. He's an apprentice level wizard. No master wizard. Because let's be real, that's what they are, right? They're space wizards.
Basically, the Undertaker. Then you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just bury them alive. They will come back.
Okay.
riding a
Or
motorcycle.
even Vampiro.
Oh no. Hello, Jin.
No,
I'm
not
dead.
not Nicholson. No.
No, it's just too bad. Sorry to tell you there, bud. Oh, that reunion was cut short.
Man, I'm a little hurt right now.
Oh man.
You don't tease a movie with Mads Mikkelsen and have him die.
Listen,
Actually, an hour in. Wow,
he,
I didn't realize we were that
he
far.
he is a very good actor who is very well used, but yeah, a lot of his big movie roles seem to be shorter roles. But I mean, that's the thing. They're not getting them for the main cast, right? They're getting him for important side character roles. They do this a lot with actually well-known and well acted well acting actors. Like think of Matt Damon in Interstellar, right?
Hmm. Yeah, Matt.
I don't
Well, yeah,
I don't mind it. It gives some flair to minor roles and allows new people to take center stage.
that's fair.
Like of the main cast, I don't think like your main squadron here. I don't think anyone's done a bad job from an acting perspective.
No, yeah, I agree.
All right, so they're now a team. This trip has bonded them.
They're basically
But her
the
dad,
Avengers.
yeah, exactly, and her dad's dead too. So now you have the structure to get into the final act, right?
She's Cap. Other dude's Iron Man. It just makes so much sense.
Blind guy's Thor.
Yeah, basically.
The other dude's Hulk. And then crazy dude's Loki, right? There you go. You got it all done.
Yeah, good.
Yep.
Nailed it.
We have a Pepper barking. That'll happen from time to time. My
Pepper-
dog, the
Pepper
dog,
is
the
a
dog
Star
here
Wars
also
fan.
barks. She is, yeah. She's the fourth is with Pepper. That'll happen when we record longer things like this because these movies are a couple of hours in length. I can't really do much about that. My apologies.
Look, people, if
I
you
do
have
have
a
the door
pet,
closed.
you understand.
Yes.
If you don't have a pet, get a pet. Don't be so heartless.
He did not.
It's true, he didn't.
Oh, I'll be back.
Yep.
Did I miss anything crazy?
Nope, not really. Nothing crazy, at least.
Exposition. So they stole this ship, obviously, since their ship was, yeah. So, do they give us a? No, we don't get a teaser for where the location of this is.
That's disappointing. Yeah, that's an
Because this looks kind of
inconsistent
like.
directing effort right there.
Listen, this looks kind of like Mustafar, the battle scene where they
Well,
Obi-Wan and Anakin fight
we'll
at the
never
end
know.
of 3.
Wow, it really does. Holy moly.
And the reason I thought that this might be that here is,
Is it him, Ryan?
it's got to be Kane.
It's gotta be Kane.
The captain of the breathing problem. I think this might be Mustafar, by the way. It seems like it. They didn't give us like it's. That's weird how they aren't consistent giving you the title every time, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they wanted the reveal to be bigger here. I mean, it's clear who it is, right?
I mean, yeah.
The music, the breathing. I always thought it was kind of weird how the contrast of how evil Vader is and like how imposing he is as a character on screen, combined with that actual breathing, like the which is like a character. It's like a flaw, right? He can't breathe on his own. It's a weakness, really.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's interesting. Hello, Lord Vader. James Earl Jones, by the way, I believe, come back to do the voice. I mean, I think they should have just got Hayden Christensen, right?
Stop talking over Vader.
Tarkin, that's that guy's name.
Yeah.
No, Vader. I hate to pull Michael Cole. I hate to pull a Michael Cole here, but we just got vintage.
I love the line though.
Are you a big Vader fan?
Oh man, he's literally the reason I got into it in the first place.
Okay. That's warming to hear. What? Not really warming. That's.
I mean, who doesn't like Vader though? Like,
he's a great villain.
I mean, I also love Darth Maul, but Vader.
It's a trap.
Hey.
Oh, so yeah, right. Some people don't believe the Death Star is real.
Okay. Did I see Jimmy Smits there?
Who's Jimmy Smits? Is that an actor?
Yeah, he plays
I'm not
Organa.
familiar.
Organa.
Bail Organa?
Yeah, Organa.
Yeah, the senator, him right there.
Yeah, that's Jimmy Smits.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if he was back.
Yep. He was in Dexter, correct?
Yes.
Yes. That's who I know.
He
Yes,
was also
I sorry, I
in
didn't know
Sons
the
of
actor's
Anarchy,
name is what I
a lot
meant.
of stuff.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. He's a decent actor. I like him. So Scarif is the location of the Death Star plans.
Mhm.
They lean into this pretty hard, this angle, but
Would
I
you
think it's
say
interesting.
A New
A new,
Hope?
yeah, indeed, indeed. The odds are too great. I kind of like that they go down this road, by the way. I'll explain it a little more as they develop.
Basically, if they don't want to even risk it,
Well, yeah, I
essentially.
mean, it is a risky
Oh,
proposition because they don't
absolutely.
even believe that it's real, right?
Hmm.
Shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, like they present like there's a dark side to the rebellion, which of course there is, right?
But
It's war.
yeah, it's
There's,
good that they don't pretend that they're all perfectly good people and
I mean, yeah,
never
they
make
they open
mistakes.
with this character himself murdering,
Hmm.
the people. Well, and it's kind of reflective of any communal activity. You're always going to have your extremists, especially when you're dealing with conflict, right?
Hmm.
Your extremists and your people who want to handle it a little more civilized, or ideally, a little more strategical. Obviously, they are going to sneak in using the stolen chip.
No.
Yeah. Have you heard the movies called Rogue
May the
One?
fourth be with you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
You thought my pun was bad.
I mean, that is deep on.
Yeah, screw you, rebels. That's true. It's almost like we're watching it.
This is Rogue One, indeed.
It decided to get a little Abed, meta meta.
I mean, the droid is stealing the show right now for me.
Yeah, MVP. Classic shot, by the way. They've used that shot a few times in their movies. 4 and 6, I believe. Oh, who do you think they're talking about?
Um. Oh.
Mace Windu.
Hmm.
His arm got chopped off, but he's still going. Sam Jackson? He's
Yeah.
coming back with the Avengers. Actually, he's got an eye patch now too.
I was thinking they were talking about, well, Qui-Gon Jinn?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Hmm. I like this planet,
He
by the
made
way.
it through the first movie, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, he's a wizard, so he just channeled his restoration spells.
Yeah.
Obviously, clearly Obi-Wan Easter egg there. Ba-da-ba-da-bum.
Plus, I mean, Obi-Wan had the high ground, so.
That's wrong movie.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, technically, that is Obi-Wan. I did have the high ground in Episode 3. There's a video that redid that in like Japanese or something. That was really
Oh, really?
funny. Yeah. Schedule. I love how British they are. The schedule. Spy ship. Kyber crystal. I love how they make them look like they're just like those trinkets you could buy at a jewelry shop down the street.
Dollarama.
Yeah, like seriously. Legendary crystal. Get it for 99 cents.
It's like the ring of Lord of the Rings. I'm always just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
It's a regular gold band.
looks
Yeah,
like
it
it
doesn't even
costs
look
like
crazy.
nothing. Big deal. You got a little engraving on it. What's...
But it beholds magical powers.
No,
Look at the colors in this scene. Oh. So they obviously have like some planetary security system over Scarif here.
Mhm.
That's why they needed clearance. Otherwise, there's that shielding grid. You know, future past shit. Because this is the past, right? Whatever. Space shit. There you go. That's better. Space junk. When it comes to space settings, what do you prefer? More switches and knobs like this, or more control panels and touchscreens like Star Trek?
Switches and knobs.
Hmm.
I like Star Trek, but I don't know.
There's something
They're
real
both
about the
good.
switches and knobs. It reminds me of airplanes and helicopters
That's kind of what I
and
like
stuff.
about them.
Yeah.
Usually leads to more dramatic stuff.
Like he just hit 3 switches and they turned lights on. That was kind of cool, right? I don't know.
That's why I love space movies, like Apollo 13, things like that. Whenever they have
Yeah.
to get everything together or get the
It looks
lights
like the people
on, or
who
yeah,
operate
pretty
them had
much
to like obviously in both cases the people had to operate. Anyway, we're missing her epic scene here. What's the speech? They are. You, other guy. We'll find a way to find them. But okay. Oh yeah, of course he's coming. Bump bump bump. Again, another good vista. All the green this time.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty looking planet.
Yeah, they're on Jamaica, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cargo. Cargo, cargo. You know, the old classic Star Wars trick.
Yep.
I feel like they've done this in a lot of them. Obviously, vintage in Episode 4 when it first came out, the dress like the stormtroopers or dress like the enemy.
I mean, it's a classic thing in a lot of
Oh, I mean,
movies.
I'll never forget Harrison Ford's, "Oh, we're all fine here now. How are you?" Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that line. Harrison Ford was such a good part of that. Like, I think it's an overrated movie, but Harrison Ford is not. He is fantastic in that movie.
Well, he carries a lot of the scenes.
Speaking of carrying, this little dude here. The gremlin. And the way we go. Isn't that C-3PO's line? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Mm-hmm.
So then they sharp at him back. Hey, don't say that. Droid humor. Mm-hmm. Wonder how much CG this is. You think it's all CG for the shots like this,
I do.
or do you think maybe they took shots on an island and then put CG around it? Maybe.
Like no,
You could take a wide shot of like a rainforest or something that has that type of land, and then just build your towers and stuff in CG right around it. I don't know. I'm actually legit curious how much of that, like these interior shots, I think are less so. Yeah. That's the thing with modern movies nowadays. It's really tough to tell. It's used so commonly. I think that's an Easter egg too, by the way. I believe there's a conversation that two stormtroopers have in episode 4 talking about T-15s.
I don't remember.
Or T-16s. I don't remember.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I haven't seen episode 4 in a while either. Oh.
Probably should have watched it before I watched this, but...
Oh, well, no, because this happens before
3,
episode 4.
I should say. I should have watched 4 this. Should have watched 6 before I watched Force Awakens, but honestly, I remember enough of them.
They don't really carry in directly.
Yeah.
I'd actually say this carries more into episode 4 than anything else.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind, Force Awakens is like...
way in the future,
years after, and same with this, right? This is years after episode 3. There's just something sick about a robot working on another robot's brain. It just seems, I don't know, scary.
It seems scary.
It isn't. It just seems like it's like a human when they have a saw in someone's brain. It just seems weird. Like it's the brain, man. That's existence. I don't know. I get it, obviously. I'm just. Those are good odds. He gave you no chance of success. Quite literally.
I'm giving them a chance of success.
I mean, when you're dealing with stormtroopers, those chances automatically go up. Fake jaw rule over there. I love all his incompetent staff. It just causes him to get angry. They don't react. They're just like, oh shit, what do we do? What do you think in terms of how this tried to mimic and like set itself in a same visual style as Episode 4, 5, and 6? Do you think it achieves that?
Uh, Especially indoors, yes.
Yeah.
Outdoors a little
Yeah,
tougher, I think, but
but I think that's because they go to different vistas.
hmm but
And
absolutely indoors, I definitely think so.
body count time. What is our number? 100? 200?
Right now, 193.
Oh, okay. That's a good scoreboard.
Give or take a few hundred
Yeah.
on that planet that was destroyed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There should be thousands. Who knows? Well, they said it was
I mean,
mostly, yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly a barren wasteland. So
And inform your boy, Lord Vader. Round 1. KA2 wins. Perfect. Should have given him the old Rocky body shot.
I don't think it was a body shot.
To the body, to the body. That's what I said he should have. To the body, to the body. Mom. Where's Bond at? The rebels are rallying to the cause. Hey, some of those stormtroopers can hit. Only some.
I mean, this is where it reminds me a lot of 456.
Yeah, when
Like,
they
and part of it
rebels.
is the dirty, well-used buildings that they shoot in here.
And I mean, obviously the attire and everything is obviously similar. Oh,
Oh,
there's another Easter egg. Everyone got that Easter egg though. And it confirms that those actors or those two have been in every Star Wars thing ever. They're like the only consistent among all of them. Even Clone Wars, they're in Clone Wars. They're in everything. That's what they, you know.
sadly, won't be going forward, but guy who played
No.
R2D2 died.
Oh, the original actors, yeah,
Yeah.
won't be. Those characters, yeah. But for the longest time, those original actors were.
Yeah.
I think eventually they might be recasting Anthony Daniels too, because he's getting up there in
He's
age.
got up there.
Last I heard, he actually records his stuff at home and sends it away to them because he can't even make the trip out. Or he can, but he'd rather not.
Mm-hmm. Apparently kind of a douchebag, from what I've heard.
I don't know. I haven't heard that, but maybe he. I don't know. All right, the Death Star plans are there somewhere.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, yeah. Meanwhile. Hey,
oh yeah.
that dude's just cool. He does. I don't know his name. I don't know nothing about him, but he's a cool dude.
It's pretty sweet. Oh, jeez.
And Star Wars happens. Yeah, it's a trap. Like these shots, obviously.
Yeah.
Very classic. Let's go, Blue Squadron. And I'm just checking, and that brings our death count up to 200. It means there's no way out. Indeed. Oh, I paused again. It's okay. I quickly got it. It's just my computer when I was going to my email. He's out there somewhere. We don't really know how to do this. Makeshift. Oh, that was a Wilhelm scream. That had to have been. Very close to one. Do you know about the Wilhelm scream?
No.
It is a scream used in a video game and lots of movies. It's like the common scream that they use. They just use like the same one over and over all the time. I don't remember where it started. You could Google. I looked at it one time. That didn't work, but
Okay, that'll do it.
indeed. Follow-up blow, the 1-2 punch. Do it, boy. Oh, these ships, I love this whole setup where he can just see all around. Yeah. You know, with like the glass on the top and bottom around him. That's a cool cockpit.
Oh yeah.
Some serious Star Wars happening here.
Oh no, I line to think this is more of a.
Star Trek scene? Yeah, for sure.
No, not what I was going for. It's like an Adam Sandler movie right now.
Yeah, exactly. The fart joke's coming. They didn't even have to use tow cables.
Uh-oh. The classic three-man stormtrooper unit.
Oh, they are foiled by a door. Or were they? Oh no, there they are. Later.
No. Yeah.
Oh yeah, K2, he's a boss.
Already a better aimer than most stormtroopers.
Hey, the other one hit him.
In the back, though.
He was turned.
Yeah. Only time they can hit you is when it won't kill you.
Here's your gold bombers. That guy didn't watch out.
Oh.
Neither did that guy.
Oh. If you guys not
are
watching out. Uh-oh.
You guys are a little outnumbered here. That's like the rebel without a cause.
Is it a trap?
Well, they have a cause. No, it's not. But is it? It is. It's a trap. Uh, what does it look like?
Beach scene. It looks cool, actually.
Yeah. That's different, right? You don't really see beach scenes with this type of
And
aesthetic.
usually, when you see a lot of sand in Star Wars, you're usually terrified.
Yeah, I
so.
don't. Indeed, Tatooine, ladies and gentlemen, the most boring, overused planet in all of Star Wars history.
The reason you
Where all
love
the- where
4
all-
so much.
Yeah. The reason I love what? Sorry.
Number 4 so much.
Oh yes. They get mileage out of it, but it's still let's just say it's a little dry for my
overused.
taste. It's a little dry.
It's fine in the opening. Just it gets overused.
Nope. Just K2 being a boss.
I mean, he's been probably my favorite character. Isn't Mads Mikkelsen throughout this entire movie? Oh, and,
Who?
and hold on, and the blind Chinese guy, Asian guy. I don't know.
You're digging him?
Oh man, he's awesome. He should be in like the Matrix or something. Like,
Yeah, he does have that vibe. Your cord's not long enough, bud.
I feel he may be in a little bit of trouble.
These are just Easter eggs, I believe. These names: Black Saber, Stardust. That's like a classic Stormtrooper voice, I think. Hey, thank you. There it is.
Stardust, eh?
Yep. He's coming. Have you heard about him? The Cosmos? Cody Rhodes? Oh.
Alabama Slam. Not him, too. No. Alright, Ryan, they've killed my 2 favorite characters. I'm not impressed.
Kill count continues to climb. I mean, if you include Jeddah, it's well above the thousands, right?
By the way, nice Saving Private Ryan moment that you mentioned.
Indeed. The sacrifice.
He is the Tom Hanks of the story, I agree.
Who? No, I know who you're talking about. K2, not Dr. Krennic.
Mm-hmm.
Director Krennic, sorry, doctor. He's not a doctor. Hi, I'm a doctor.
I just realized we still have an entire another movie to watch.
Indeed. It's been going pretty fast.
I might get a sub in between, if that's cool.
Oh, yeah. We can get some food in between.
I mean, not that anyone listening will matter, because it'll be separate videos, but...
Yes.
I live right by a 24-hour subway, so it's kind of nice.
Me too. They're convenient.
It's great.
Oh.
Oh, man, I will say, this movie is nailing these scenes. Like,
Oh, yeah.
nailing them right now. Oh, making them their bitch. Man, he's dead. He landed in a stormtrooper, though. It's all good.
Yeah, he's dead. The movie. That's pretty much this movie.
No. Man, at least they're taking out stormtroopers on the way, though.
Oh yeah, this, like I said, the Saving Private Ryan is like, this is a war movie, like for sure.
Oh, here come the good ones.
Indeed. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is a war movie. Absolutely.
I don't want to make the comparison because this is obviously not a real thing, but a bit of it reminded me of like the Normandy stuff you see, the D-Day storm in the beaches stuff.
Yeah.
Some of it, it's obviously.
I mean, clearly drawn from inspiration for sure.
Yeah, that's what and that's why I'm trying to. I'm not trying to.
I guess I'll say Star Wars is historically a little more opera than this. This is a little more war, like just gritty war, you know?
Lady, you can fall. Buddy's gonna die.
I think it's neat that they took this approach though. It reminds me of Marvel's approach, where let's make different movies outside kind of different genres, you know?
Yep.
Well, black guy always dies. I would say first, but you know what? He's not the first person to die.
That's true. Yes. My only remaining favorite character.
Wow, you hate all the other characters.
I don't, but he's one of my 3 faves.
Have you fave 5?
Oh no.
One of the 3 of your fave 5.
What is he doing?
Booker T. Later.
The Force is with him. Man.
Dun, 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 dun.
Called it. I mean, if he's not dead, he has a concussion. That's for sure.
For anyone who watched episode 4, you might remember the red-haired lady whose name escapes me opens by saying many Bothans died for these plans.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
It's almost...
The Force was with him, Ryan. All right.
Yeah, all your characters. You got to find another fave.
No, every time I make one my fave, they die. Okay, let's just stick to the basic one. Vader's my boy. I know he doesn't die. So.
Spoilers, Vader dies. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, Vader doesn't die.
Don't you dare say that.
I mean, he does in the end, I guess.
Okay, but...
In the end of the series, but yeah. In this movie, no. But don't we all die?
No.
Oh, this scene. Oh, yes, this scene. I forgot about this scene. Upcoming. It's the only way you're going to get them through.
Mm-hmm.
Bodhi could be your boy. He's all about Mad Mikkelsen.
That's true.
Oh, but well, you know what? I shouldn't have said that.
No.
I totally forgot that happened right there.
Did you actually? Because that's the greatest timing if you did.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I did forget too.
I do like this guy though.
I think all the characters have some charm. They're not heroes, as you said. They're more, hey, we've been through shit. We're not going to let that mean nothing. You know?
He's my new fave right here. Mm-hmm. Well, fuck. He's not dead yet. He's probably dead. Yeah. So, if we're keeping track, that's 5 of my favorites dead.
If we're keeping track, the main cast is about
We could have made
down
this a
to about
drinking
2.
game, Ryan. I could have been hammered by
Yeah,
it.
you could. Yep.
Drink for every
We'll do
death in the movie.
We'll do vodka and just shots every time someone dies. No, we'd be dead. We'd be dead. Oh, yeah. Hey, I don't know if you've heard, but war.
What?
War is tough. What is it good for? I've heard war is good for death. That's what I've heard. Oh. So that ship is obviously disabled, and they are now pushing it because it has no engines. I'd be afraid to be up here personally. I'm not a big anti-heights guy, but this would be fearful.
That. Yep. Man, I miss Vader though. Where's my boy?
I'm just you wait.
My not dying boy.
For those who have seen this movie, if they're watching, they're probably sitting there going, I cannot wait until Chris gets to the scene. The scene. That's all I'll say.
There's a good scene?
Yeah. It is a bad movie, you know. There's no good scenes in it. Yeah, no, but as a Vader fan, I cannot wait to discuss the end of this movie with you.
Don't you dare talk over it.
Oh, I won't. Don't worry. I will let you enjoy that one entirely. Oh, here we go. So they're trying to, transmit those plans.
Really nice looking picture there.
Yep. What do you think of director Krennic, by the way? I thought he did a pretty good job as a...
I'm liking him.
Kind of British villain, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah. Destruction.
Oh.
The body count just tripling.
Yeah, pretty much.
My God. Beheaded the... Wow. That was cool.
That was pretty cool, right?
I hope Vader should just kill them all. I mean, realistically. That's what should happen.
He's not dead.
I didn't like him.
Look at that. Huh?
I didn't really like him in the first place.
Who? Krennic?
Yeah.
No, but I meant Cassian
Oh, yeah.
wasn't dead.
No, I'm not talking Brennick. I'm talking.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cassian.
Yeah. Not a big fan.
Oh, come on. Really?
Nah.
He's got that. Oh, you haven't seen Game of Thrones, but he's got
He's a
that.
murderer, man.
That's true. A lot of people are murderers in this movie.
I don't like murderers. That's why I like Vader.
ah, ah. Oh, yeah.
He does things for a good purpose.
Uh huh.
He just chokes you.
Yeah.
He doesn't
That's all
actually
he
kill
does.
anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He's a non-lethal user.
He's just misunderstood.
I mean, he really is.
I mean, have you heard? His wife was going to die giving childbirth. He was going to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
He just couldn't. He just couldn't do it. He also doesn't like sand. It's very coarse. Anyway,
Totally appropriate.
the plans have made it. Heroism. All that jazz. Hey guys, have you heard of this massive thing? It's called a, what was it called again, Chris? Oh, I don't remember.
A life moon.
Yeah, it's a life moon. The last two remaining main characters of like the whole movie. Oh, he's not dead technically. Although in typical Imperial fashion, in order to just clean up this entire mess, let's just
Destroy it all.
yeah. So realistically, it wouldn't have mattered how many of your faves actually got out of that conflict alive, because turns out that there's no way off this exploding planet of death.
That's pretty
And
crazy.
now-
How every main character dies.
Yeah. I kind of figured that going in, honestly. the
That's
first
good
time
though. I
watching
mean,
it.
you don't see it a lot.
A lot of people like it because it doesn't allow them to do much in terms of, oh, we're going to do sequels
Oh.
with these characters, with cross-media promotion and all this other stuff. But war continues. War doesn't stop just because they shot a planet. As we talk over all this dramatic scene. Well, at least you guys get to see a beautiful vista.
At least they didn't kiss. That would have been cliche.
There was no teased romance subplot. It was
I mean,
just,
I
hey,
thought they were going there for a minute.
we're both about to die here. Let's just, basic human compassion, right? So if you recall, episode 4 opens with these plans that they just transmitted trying to be taken back to the Rebel Alliance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I say this literally connects to episode 4. I literally mean that. Oh, we're almost getting to the point, though, where I can let you enjoy a scene. Not that you haven't enjoyed these scenes. There we go. They got the plans. The ones R2 carries.
Yep.
And now I will be quiet.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, right? I know, right? Like, pretty much the best scene Vader's been in from a combat perspective, honestly. Oh,
Man. Oh, that was good.
they sell him so hard. Apparently that was added in the last minute, too. I was like, what?
Oh,
That
that should have
scene's
been the
so
first
good.
thing added. You should build around that scene.
Oh, they just make him seem so menacing.
I
One
probably
of the things
just
I was
bumped up
saying
my
to
opinion
people
of
at
this pretty quickly.
one of the things I was oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously CGI, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because she's yeah. Hope. And we have finished.
Wow. Yeah,
All
it
right.
literally connects right to the end. Wow, that's good.
Yeah. Story by Gary Whitta, by the way. We can close and not listen to the music. So Gary Whitta, a friend of Giant Bomb, by the way. I believe he used to work in the games industry. So he got a screenplay for that, or he did some of it. He helped work on it. So yeah, that Vader scene, by the way.
Oh,
Like, so good.
so good.
It's so good. One of the things that I really like about it is I find that a lot of times Star Wars doesn't really do a good job of displaying why, just exactly why the Sith users or Force users, I should say, Jedi or Sith, are so powerful. It's not just because they have powers. It's because in confined spaces like that, in space, how do you stop them? You can't hit them because they can deflect bullets, and there's not enough space to really surround them, right? So they can just literally go through an entire shaft and just murk all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And obviously, in the current conflict that they're in, there's not a lot of Force users, right? Vader's really one of the only pivotal ones. So it just, it's such a good scene at highlighting that menace, I think.
It was probably, and I hope I don't get ripped apart for this by our 3 watchers, my favorite Vader scene of all time.
Oh yeah, I agree completely.
I mean,
Especially
he's great in a lot of scenes in 4, 5, 6. But
the scene in 3 where he yells no, like that's one of the worst scenes of the character, and it's just it leaves a sour taste in your mouth. Like, yeah, we get it.
when
he's
the
still
lightsaber
Anakin, but
comes down,
he could have done that
from the darkness, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
but
know,
then he
I
just-
knew what we were getting here, and I was like, oh yeah, oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, the moment you see that, you're like, okay, how extreme are they going to go? And then at the time, you're like, well, this movie
Throws the guy up into the
this movie's just basically a body count anyway, so I think I know where this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and all the characters die, so you'll never see those characters in. You could see
That's
them in
such a
prequels,
nice
technically.
change, though, from the norm, where
Wasn't the initial plan either. Apparently, they had multiple ideas, I guess, on how they wanted that to end. There was a bunch of information released that they were going to have maybe Jin and Cassian escape with the plans in space, and have Vader try to hunt them down, and then they give them to Leia, and then they freeze themselves in carbonite, and they had a bunch of ideas that they were going to do. But they ultimately went with this one. I like the way they went with it, the angle.
I love how they ended it.
Yeah.
Not just the Vader stuff, that's obviously great, but the fact they completely connected from this to 4. Like, you're right, to an absolute T they connected.
Yeah, she has the plans, and they're chasing her. That's literally
Yeah.
how 4 picks up.
Like, that's
Yeah.
kind of awesome. I kind of love that.
Yeah, the reason I like that they do that is because Star Wars doesn't do that often. Almost every movie, there's years time gap, and there's nothing wrong with making that long time gap. But it's also nice to see, like, these Death Star plans are actually really pivotal, and the whole conflict around it's really pivotal. So, obviously, things would connect a little more actually.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they showcase that. So, thanks for listening, everyone. That's going to do it for this first commentary on Rogue One, A Star Wars Story.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, we'll just quickly get before we go, just overall thoughts. Are you fan of the movie? Obviously, not a fan.
Yeah, I already rated it.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
So I gave it a. For those who don't know, I should probably explain. So I do like that site I mentioned, Letterboxd. I rate these movies. Basically, a 3 is good, 3.5 is very good, 4 is excellent. I gave it a 4. I thought it was actually real good, 4 out of 5. It wasn't, for me, it's not my favorite, I'll say. I still like Empire Strikes Back more. But I would say, at times I thought it was a little slow, maybe towards the middle. I thought it started well, and I thought it ended well. really
Yeah,
well.
the middle is a little,
The
I wouldn't
last
say bloated,
45
but
minutes for me are worth the price of this Blu-ray alone.
yeah, it's a pretty good final act for sure.
It was a great final act, I would say. Also, Alan Tudyk's in this movie. Where is he in it?
Who?
Who the hell is Alan Tudyk in this movie? Oh my god, he plays the drone or the droid.
Your favorite character.
Oh man, I did not know that
Heroic
was the voice of
sacrifice
Alan
in
Tudyk.
the end. All right.
But yeah, I liked it a lot, actually. I think the last 45 minutes were probably... As soon as they entered that beach there, that was some sick...
You're right. Some real storming the beach of Normandy
Seriously.
stuff. Like, yeah, they were like I said, you could tell the inspiration from war epics, and you were talking about like Apollo and Saving
I
Private
could
Ryan.
see some people who maybe don't get into the characters as much, not liking the movie quite as much. If they're having
The
a hard
characters,
time.
you don't really get a lot of the characters.
No.
Like, they don't give you a lot of backstory because even...
And they're
like,
going to kill them off in the end anyway, so...
Well, yeah. Well, Cassian has a good line where he says, "All of us have jaded backstories anyway. This isn't about that. This is about the cause. This is literally what this is about." And I thought that was a good angle to take. Right? It was like, this is about war. We don't have time to deal with romances or subplots. Like, there's a giant conflict going on here, and
I mean the visuals,
I like that.
the space battles. I loved how they handled Vader. He's not in it much, but when he is, they're very impactful scenes.
Yeah. Reminded me of the Joker in TDK a bit. They get their impact out of the scenes that he has, that he's in.
It was
like, obviously Joker was in TDK a little bit more, and he's more of a pivotal character in that plot. But
yeah.
I just mean, in terms of getting the most mileage out of a character when they're on screen.
I really liked it. I mean, that was actually, like, I enjoyed it a lot. Probably one of the better ones, I would say, for action, especially in that last hour. It was just scene after scene after scene where I was just like, this is pretty sweet. And I'm very generally kind of quiet in movies, which doesn't work as well for this kind of environment, just because if I'm quiet, it usually means I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah,
because I'm having a hard time even thinking about anything else. But really, it was excellent, I thought.
All right, well,
overall, yeah.
Upon a second viewing for me, I saw a few more Easter eggs that I appreciated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was kind of cool. Some of the Easter eggs were cool when you mentioned. I didn't necessarily recognize all of them.
Like, there were obvious ones I got the first viewing, like, C-3PO and R2, but there was a couple that I was like, oh, I didn't spot the characters from the Mos Eisley Bar, for example, was one I didn't really spot. Some of the names in the I don't remember exactly where they're from, but the names that they list when she's initially going into the database before they arrive at Stardust, which is the one for the Death Star plans. There's a couple of other projects that they list that I'm sure are from extended universe lore or even canon. Even if I watch more Clone Wars, there could be stuff there. So, but that'll do it for now.
Yes.
But we will have this episode will probably get uploaded first, but you probably will be seeing both of these episodes on our channel, but we'll be back with Force Awakens. And we'll be back to hear your thoughts on that.
Thank you, Ryan, for watching that with me. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, and this has been the first episode of Powering Through the Movie Mill, and we did exactly that. We powered on through. So we'll be back with more.